Welcome to this epic disaster.
How's it going?
How is it going?
How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Man, this is I'm gonna be laid back on this show. I hope you don't mind.
Because you're half asleep.
I'm a little bit more of awake, but I carved out tonight.
Yeah.
I had pizza. We ordered pizza.
We did.
I've had gin and juice.
Also true.
And I'm tired.
Also true.
I had to have a toilet replaced and two sinks replaced today in my gallery.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've spent an incredible amount of money today.
Yeah.
Which I don't really want to do or like doing, but it's one of those days where I had to spend a bunch of money.
So I came over here to Rick and Maria's to work today because there was going to be somebody doing work here, and that didn't happen, but I was already here, so why not?
It was crazy.
It was crazy. But you told me, I won't tell the amount, but you told me how much money you had spent before you even left the house.
Yeah,
this
before
morning.
10 o'clock.
And I'm like, I don't spend that in a week.
No. And that's ridiculous. I hate doing it, but you got to do it. When you do business stuff, you got to do it.
I mean, you do own a business.
Stupid.
2 now.
Stupid.
Yeah.
We should drown our sorrows
Let's
in
do that.
some brewskis, something to make us sleep again.
Tell us what we're drinking
All right,
today.
so I went to the liquor store to get our beer, our favorite liquor store, S&N Liquor in Tucker. No, Decatur. I don't know. Decatur? Tucker?
It's right around here
Lawrenceville
somewhere.
Highway.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place. Go get you some stuff if you're in town.
Super nice guy runs it.
But I thought, well, you know, we're just days away from St. Patrick's Day, and so
Yeah.
I thought we would have a little St. Patrick's Day show.
Yeah.
And I thought I would get some Irish type of beer. Some beer either have an Irish name or,
Come from Ireland.
some kind of Irish something.
Yeah.
Nothing. They
Nothing.
didn't have anything.
Not a drop.
I was in there for over 30 minutes looking at every beer they have, which
You
they have a lot.
were. I thought you got lost.
And they didn't have any. So I ended up getting something that I've never had before, and it's one of my favorite beers, but I didn't expect to get this.
So what we're having today is a Guinness, but it's a type of Guinness that Rick has not had. It's Guinness
On the show.
On the show, anyways. It's Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. It is 7.5% alcohol by volume, so it's a little stronger than your average Guinness.
But I
don't know what foreign extra stout means, other than
have
it's
no
just
idea.
extra stout. I don't know what the foreign part is all about.
I don't either. I don't know, but whatever. I feel like Guinness is well, okay, so they're making a lot of different kinds of new beers, but yet when you get them, they just taste like a Guinness.
This tastes like a Guinness, but it's not as thick.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little thinner, like
I think
less mouthfeel.
That might be the foreign. They think foreigners don't like their thick beers, and so they make them a little thinner. Because I know in America they're kind of used to. I feel like if you have a Guinness, you're wanting Guinness. You're wanting the experience.
Yeah.
All right, let me try it.
Okay, but even like you can have a Guinness blonde.
I love Guinness blonde.
Yeah, and
I don't know. It's thick. It's just not as. You are right. It's not as thick, but it's thick. What?
It's got an aftertaste to it.
Little bitter.
Yeah, a bit bitter. It's a bit bitter.
Like my ex.
That would be very bitter.
All right, so we'll try the Guinness, and we'll see how the Guinness works.
We'll let you know at the end of the show what we think about it. Yeah.
So I did mention. So I don't know if you remember. I believe. I don't know if I could say that though. Do you remember? I guess the first time I was really aware of when the impact COVID was going to have on us was about this time last year. Because
because about this time last year was when everything closed down. Everything.
We did a video
Uh-huh.
out in my yard,
Yep.
and we discussed how all of the St. Patrick's Day festivities were closed.
Yeah.
Were shut down, were
Nothing was
canceled.
happening.
And we couldn't believe it. And little did we know, so would everything else during the year.
For a whole year.
And partial of this year. So, and I guess it was the first time I was like, whoa, this is going to be a big thing. Canceling out St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
But I remember last year I was a little kind of ticked off at us because we didn't even mention St. Patrick's Day on the show last year. And
I don't think we did.
No, we always do a St. Patrick's show for whatever reason we forgot, we didn't do one. So
It was a topsy-turvy time.
this year I wanted to at least mention St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
And I know here in Atlanta it's canceled.
Yeah.
No
Again,
St. Patrick's Day.
no St. Patrick. I mean, you can have St. Patrick's Day. You're just
Celebrations.
not going to have a parade. That's what's canceled.
You could sit in your house and drink Guinness and
You can have a
eat
parade in your house.
corned beef and cabbage and drink green beer if you want. You know, you can't really have green Guinness. You can't color green.
It's too
Guinness
dark
green.
to color it green.
Yeah, I don't think you can. But you could do all of that.
Yeah.
But there's not going to be a parade this year that
No.
I know of.
But you can have your own parade in the house.
You
You can dress up in all green if you want to, which is silly. But if you do it. And then, like, have everybody in your house, like, in your case, it would be the one other person.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just parade around the house.
and do what you want. I say I've got an idea. I've kind of come up with a solution for this.
What is it?
I will tell you after we play a little Would You Rather and listen to the sirens.
Would you rather play some Would You Rather?
Let's play some Would You Rather.
All right. I'm going to go first this time.
Are you?
Yeah, you're going to read
You're
first.
going to drop. I'm going to read. You're going to drop.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it that way then.
It's green.
Green fucking St. Patrick's Day.
That was horrible.
Thank you. Ethics and intellect. Would you rather get caught masturbating in your favorite superhero outfit by your boss,
Yes.
or having sex with his or her spouse?
No.
Why? That's not.
Those
even,
are two totally different things.
Who's going to answer that one? I
mean,
want to be
the-
caught
the-
having sex with.
The last part, like by your boss.
It's so specific, though. Get caught masturbating in your favorite superhero outfit by your boss.
If it wasn't by your boss, I'm all for it.
Who's your favorite superhero?
I think my favorite superhero is probably God. I have so many.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what outfit you're going to be wearing
Probably
while you're whacking.
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse? Get out!
Come on, what's wrong with Mighty Mouse?
You're gonna masturbate in a Mighty Mouse outfit, and when your boss is gonna find
With
you.
the mask and everything, and he'll never know it's me.
Here I come to save the day.
That's
Here I
Underdog.
come to save the day.
Isn't that Underdog?
Well, Underdog is never fear. Underdog
Oh, that's
is
right.
Fear.
So Mighty Mouse is Here I Come to Save
Here I
the
come
Day.
to save the
Yes,
day.
God.
Remember, what's his name? Andy Kaufman did that on Saturday Night Live.
Okay, it's your turn.
I got to drop him?
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't it be cool if I dropped a green one too? That would be perfect.
Actually, this would be a great question, and I might read this question to you even if you don't drop a green one.
I dropped a red one. The exact opposite of green.
I'm gonna read you the green one.
That's not fair. I dropped a red
I'm
one.
making an executive decision.
I dropped a red one. I should have a red question.
All right, your red question.
You're lying.
No, you would know if I was reading you a green question.
All right.
Your red question, pain, fear. I'm going to read them both. Pain, fear, and discomfort
Mm-hmm.
is: would you rather run 1 mile with a cracked shin bone,
Oh, jeez.
or do 50 sit-ups on a hard floor with a cracked tailbone?
Neither of those. Those sound weird. Those are just like masochistic things. I mean,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Who would want to do those?
Nobody. So,
I will go. I think I'll go with the sit-ups though.
have you ever had a cracked tailbone?
No, but I haven't. No, it hurts. I know the point. That's the whole reason for the question. But I wouldn't want to run.
Can you do 50 sit-ups?
No, I can't run with a cracked shin bone either.
Also true. Okay, so here's your green question.
All right.
Would you rather have a sex change or change sexual preference?
That's a good question. Well, let's see. It kind of is the same thing.
No, it's
right?
not.
Sort of.
No, it's not. You can have your gender identity that you have currently,
Yeah.
and then start.
So I
liking
don't
men.
want to change sexes. I like my sex, so I'm going to keep my sex.
So you're gonna stay a man
I'm doing that for sure.
with he, him.
Although I wouldn't mind having boobs.
You play with him all day long.
There was a guy who actually did that. But anyway,
But
No,
then, but that means that your sexual preference would have to change,
so I would have to suddenly I'm with dudes.
or somebody other than women. Yes.
Yes. But see, that's the thing. I like women, so I could get a sex change and then stay with women,
Yeah, but you'd be a woman
right?
if you wanted to.
And I don't think my wife would stay with me.
You don't think so? No,
Um,
she likes dick.
I don't think I could. I don't. That's a dilemma. I wouldn't want the sex change,
Right.
And if I didn't do the sex change, I wouldn't make a good partner because I wouldn't be attracted. I'm not sexually attracted to the dudes.
Okay.
A couple dudes maybe, but
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, there's always a
they're
dude
taken.
out there. Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough question.
I think I'd just be asexual. I don't know. So what if you know, I don't know why. Let's say I got drunk.
Okay.
Let's say I got really because I'd have to get really.
Right.
So I got really drunk. I'm
Yeah.
at a party. I got really drunk.
Uh-huh.
And there was a dude there. I wouldn't say he's my friend because I'm not attracted to any of my friends. But let's say there was a guy there and we just became friends or whatever, and he was gay, and I'm drunk, and then we went to like he got me. He was like, "Hey, come here, I want to show you something." And we went in the back room or something,
And he
then
made a pass at you.
he did, and then next thing I know, he's got his pants off,
Uh-huh.
and then we're fooling around,
Yeah.
and then the next day I realized I liked it.
Yeah?
Wouldn't that be weird? That'd be really weird because right now I can't even imagine it. But I can't imagine it because I've never done it.
Right.
And I don't really want to do it. So there would have to be some reason to make me want to do it. And then what if I did and then I really liked it? Suddenly I realized, whoa,
Then
I had no idea I would
You'd
really.
have more options at that point.
But what if you didn't want options? What if you realized, no, I realize now I'm really gay. I had no idea.
I think you'd have a clue. I have this feeling you'd have a clue.
I mean, it's not something I'm looking to do. I'm just saying I always just think about the things in life that you don't know because you never try it, and you don't really want to try it. But what if you tried it and it's the best thing you ever did?
Right. Like liver.
Yeah, or cock.
Yeah, or cock.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I like mine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I've often played with it.
Uh-huh.
And what if I had the same fun playing with someone else's? I'm not going to find out.
You might.
I'm not going to find out.
You're not open to trying that.
Hi, friends. Welcome to this big disaster. These are the kind of things we talk about.
What?
I like the fact that we explore weird things and we talk about weird things and we don't always lock ourselves, even though we might be a little more traditional. I think we're willing to explore, at least think about things.
I'm a little more willing to explore than you are, for sure.
Well, you're probably in your life more willing to do things. I would consider and think about things more.
Okay.
But I think you might be a little more willing to actually do them in life.
Probably.
Maybe.
That's probably
maybe not
true.
as much now as you used to.
Would
Sure.
you jump out of a plane?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not a daredevil.
Train.
I wouldn't jump out of a plane or a train with a fox
What about an
or
automobile?
a box. No.
No. Okay.
I don't need that rush. I've never had a need for that kind of adrenaline. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I don't need that kind of feeling.
But how often have you ever had exciting adrenaline? I have a feeling that most of your adrenaline dumps were probably because of frightening things.
I don't know. I mean, I've done stand-up comedy.
Uh-huh.
That's a adrenaline thing.
Sure.
I've done things on stage.
Uh-huh.
That was always
There's some
my
adrenaline there,
that was always
yeah.
my thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Because that's really putting yourself. I mean, I jump out of a plane, but nobody's judging me on jumping out of a plane. I'm just jumping out of a plane for fun.
Yeah.
You're on stage and people are watching you.
Sure.
So that's in my opinion, that's a more frightening thing to do than jump out of a plane.
That's awesome. It's awesome to be to have to do something in front of people live, and then if you screw up, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do that. I like that.
I mean, I've been on stage before, so I understand the excitement, but not nearly as much as you have, and not with anywhere near as much dialogue that I could.
But it's been
up.
a while. I haven't done it in a long time.
What's the longest play you ever had to memorize?
Oh man. So I was cast in a play. I feel sorry for the director because he's a friend of mine, or at least directorial friend. I'd done a couple other shows with him, and he cast me in a play, and I can't remember the name of it. But I was supposed to play Oscar Wilde.
Okay.
I swear 60% of the dialogue was mine. So it was written, it was a fantasy. It didn't really happen, but
Right.
it was written in the style of the way Oscar Wilde wrote. and so he talked like that too, and it was very flamboyant. It was very excessive in the dialogue, very colorful, and it just went on and on and on. I don't know why. It was the first play I'd ever done. I could not memorize it.
No?
I could not get it down. I don't know why. I had to drop out of the play. I've never dropped out before, and I felt bad for the director.
Yeah,
because it was like 2 weeks or a week and a half before opening, and
But you had an understudy.
No, they don't. Amateur theater like that doesn't do understudies.
So what happened?
He had to get somebody else
In a week and a half.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I think he cast me, and I didn't know that much about Oscar Wilde, but apparently I kind of physically favored Oscar Wilde at the time, and so I think he was like, "Oh man, I got this guy."
Sure.
You know, and
you look like him.
and then he ended up having to get some little short guy that,
Not so much.
but you know, at least he could memorize the part.
Exactly.
But I think that was probably the beginning of the end of my acting career. I just kind of, at that point, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore.
Didn't you just say it was your first play?
No, it was one of my last plays.
Oh, I thought you said it was your first play.
If I did, I don't know why I said that.
Okay,
No.
okay.
It was the first play no, it wasn't even the first play I did with him.
Maybe what you meant, it was the first play you couldn't memorize.
It was the first play I could not memorize.
Okay,
yes.
got you.
I mean, I memorized some of it.
Right.
But so the words were very similar, and he would go into these long, like
monologues.
2-page
monologue,
and they were all the same, and I couldn't figure out where all of it fit. It was a nightmare. It was embarrassing. It was hard to do. I've never had that difficulty before.
And you're like, I can't.
Yeah, the guy was just like, "What do you want to do?" And I was just like, "I don't know." And he was like, "Do you want to drop out?" And I was like, "If you want me to, I will." And I felt bad about it. Never talked to the guy since. I don't think he might be mad, but I'm sure he was mad at that
at the time.
But
yeah.
I'm also sure he's worked with actors that have had difficulties before.
Of course, you can't be the only one.
It's never happened. It's like one of those. It's like that's never happened before.
Right. I was in the pool.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So anyway, yeah.
Interesting.
Didn't work. And
thank you for sharing.
I had to drop out of another play because I wasn't really. It was like right when I was going through a divorce.
Oh yeah.
And I was emotionally
compromised,
disconnected.
Yes.
And I didn't really. I agreed to do it because a friend of mine directed it, a really good friend. But I didn't really want to do the play.
Yeah. Yeah. And so your heart wasn't in it.
No. And he was just like, "Fine, I don't care. That's
just
fine."
go then.
Yeah. It was a really small part too, so he didn't really care.
Gotcha. So do you want to hear some holidays for the week?
Mm-hmm.
The national holidays of the days of the week.
So we know St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, but I'm not even going to mention that.
Oh, well,
because I told you I'm not going to mention big things that everybody knows.
Okay.
So let's start with Monday, today, the 15th.
Sure.
Today is a weird day.
Is it?
Yes.
I feel weird.
It's everything you think is wrong day.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, March 15th recognizes everything you think is wrong day, a day where decision-making should be avoided, as your thoughts are, according to the founder of the holiday, wrong. It is also a day created for some people to realize that they are not always right.
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
I know you don't. While starting a conversation, one might want to avoid using the words, I think. The observance may be a time for all to contemplate our own lack of knowledge. It is okay that one does not know everything, and if there is a need to feel as if you do, hold on. Tomorrow will be here soon, and then once again, you can think that you do.
My wife thinks she knows everything.
I know that.
And I think, in some ways, I think we both think that.
Yeah? So you think she knows everything, too?
We don't really fight about stuff.
Right.
But I think we know everything about everything.
You just don't need to prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if we challenge each other, we would fight constantly.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
It's also, this is fun, National Shoe the World Day.
You mean like get away world?
No, not like shoe fly.
Get out of here,
shoe
world.
Fly. No, it's like put shoes on people.
Oh, I like the other one better.
There's a website you can go to. It's Souls for Souls. So that's
Show the world.
It's
let them know it's sneaker time.
You have a problem. It's SOLES,
Souls.
the number 4,
Souls for.
SOULS.
Souls for souls.
Souls for Souls.
Okay.
.org.
All right.
Okay, so check that out.
Now, this
and
is
here's
like
another
you buy
really
like
fun
new
one.
shoes for people, or you donate old shoes, or both.
Just put some shoes on some people that don't have
Okay.
shoes. However you need to do it.
Okay.
Because people need shoes. It's also National Napping Day.
Oh man, I wish to. Oh, that's
Every day.
Okay.
I want every day.
I'm
to be
gonna
National Napping
observe
Day.
that one today.
Same.
Mhm.
It's almost time to nap overnight, though.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. The 16th, which is Tuesday.
Yeah.
This is fun. National Everything You Do Is Right Day.
Well, that's every day for me.
But it's also that day for everybody else.
Okay, finally they get that chance.
So,
They get to know what it's like to be me.
yeah. To me, it sounds like a premise for the movie The Purge,
I don't know that movie.
where like everything is allowed for one day a year, and people go out and murder people because they
wrong.
can get away with it because there's no punishment.
Who makes that rule? That's weird.
There's been like 3 of them, I think. The Purge 3, The Purge 8. So yeah, so that's what that. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. It's also World Social Work Day, so find a social worker and give them a hug, but
Okay.
a socially distant hug, because they have to work with people. The 17th, which is Wednesday. Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day, as you mentioned. It is also, and this is funny to me, it's also National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day.
Well, of course.
But I think my opinion is that day sounds like a day for people who want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but
Yeah.
won't for whatever reason. Maybe it's too Catholic or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But they still want the food, you know? So they made up National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. I think it's silly.
I really miss corned beef. That's one of the few meats that I really miss.
Same here.
Loved it. And vegetarian corned beef sucks.
It's not good at all.
I've not had a really good vegetarian corned beef.
And you're never going to find good vegetarian pastrami. It's just not going to happen.
Wait a minute. Now, I might have had that at one point.
Pastrami.
It's been a while. Yeah. You know what I read?
It can't have the same texture.
I'm sorry that I'm jumping. I'm going to jump to another topic, but I'm not going to stay there.
Okay.
It's just because we're talking about this. I
Uh-huh.
read like 2 days ago that I believe it's Thailand.
Yeah?
Maybe. Might be Singapore. I can't remember why I'm thinking either one of those. They have made chicken meat
Right.
with cells
Right.
in a laboratory.
Yep.
So it's not like fake meat. It's actual real meat
It's chicken.
that no one died for.
Correct.
And it's they say it's the meat of the future. You'll get to have chicken just like people do, and beef like people do, and corned beef and whatever, but no animal had to die.
And that is kind of cool. Just to touch on that also, I read a advertisement for this startup. It's an ice cream company. It's non-dairy dairy.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what it is they've taken the chemical makeup of dairy, like whey,
Right?
and they give it to, like, they cultured it. So they're not actually taking it out of a cow, but they're growing it. And they make ice cream out of it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. I'm a loser. Look it up. Look up non-dairy dairy ice cream.
Okay.
Really good. It looks really good. It looks yummy.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be interesting to see what they do with all the fake meat in the future.
So, okay, so that's the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
The 18th is Thursday, and it is
National Hangover Day.
National Sloppy Joe Day.
Oh.
Because you need sloppy joes when you're hungover.
You can get good vegetarian sloppy joes.
Yes, you can. Yes,
Yep.
you can. It's also National Farm Rescue Day. I read up about this a little bit, and I'm not going to go too much into it. You can look it up as well. National Farm Rescue. It's National Farm Rescuer Day, I think is what it was. So there are people out there who go to these struggling farms and help them out.
Yeah.
And I think that our farms are very important because, I mean, that's where all our food grows, you know,
Right.
and then we just go to the grocery store and pick it up.
Yep.
But if the farms are struggling, then there's nothing at the grocery store for us to pick up.
Yeah.
So if anybody has the opportunity to lend a helping hand to a farmer or a farm, whether it be a small, you know, urban farm in the city, or whether it be a big farm and you have the resources, that's your day to go help.
Yeah.
Okay. The 19th, which is Friday, is National Chocolate Caramel Day.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm all for that day. It's also National Let's Laugh Day. And I have a couple of quotes.
It's pushed the wrong one.
That's laughing.
Sort of laughing.
Do the other laugh one.
I can't see.
It's because you don't have glasses on. I have a couple of quotes
Sorry.
for you. There's one by Elsa Maxwell who says, "Laugh at yourself first before anyone else can."
Okay.
I agree with that. And also, we don't laugh because we're happy. We're happy because we laugh, which is William James.
Not stupid.
I think it's important to remember that, because even if you, that stupid saying, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Like, if you just smile, make yourself smile, make yourself laugh, eventually, laughter is contagious too. So if you just listen to people laughing, eventually you'll start laughing.
I know that seems like such fake laughter. There's so many good reasons to laugh.
I agree, but what if you
things
can't?
that will make you laugh? So just do that.
What if for some reason you're just in a bad place and you can't find?
Then don't laugh. Why is
Because it releases
okay? No one's
dopamine.
saying for the rest of your life you're not going to laugh. I'm just saying spend a little bit of time not laughing, then you'll laugh again someday.
Also true.
I'm trying to think what comedian is like no fail for laughter. Who would I say? I don't even know now. Who I would say would just never fail to make me laugh.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even know who it would be.
Huh.
I was watching. I had a good laugh yesterday. I was watching an old Kids in the Hall episode,
Uh-huh.
and it was the chicken lady.
Yes.
If you know Kids in the Hall chicken lady, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, this will make no sense to you at all. But just the brilliance of Dave Foley at that age, where he could play such a good straight man.
Mm-hmm.
And the chicken lady, of course, is part lady, part chicken.
Yes.
Played by Mark McKinney. And the line, they're on a blind date. And
The chicken lady and
Dave
Dave Foley?
Foley shows up at her house expecting a regular woman, and it's the chicken lady.
Uh-huh.
And at one point she says, would you like a beer or would you like to drink out of the toilet? And there's this just short moment where Dave Foley's just staring at her, and then he goes, a beer.
A beer.
And the timing on it was so brilliant.
Nice.
It just cracked me up. A beer. We'll go with that. Yeah.
So I have a new favorite comedian.
Okay. Oh, you were telling me about this person.
Yes, Sarah Milliken.
I don't know her. I don't think I do.
Look her up.
Okay.
She is guaranteed to make me laugh. I have watched the same stand-up routine of hers a few times, and I still laugh till I cry.
Okay.
She's good. She's good, and you would like her. Look her up, Sarah Milliken. Anyways,
I'm having a dry spell with comics. I don't know that there's anybody. I'm probably gonna hate myself for saying it, but right now I don't think there's anybody just I find brilliant.
cracks you up.
Yeah, and I'll think of it later.
Maybe this.
I'll think of
will.
it later. I'll just be like, oh wait, I forgot. That person's great.
So Saturday.
You did the
I
you
did.
did the Minnesota
I
accent
did the
a little bit.
Saturday. The 20th is National Ravioli Day.
That's a good one.
I
That's
like
a
me
good
some
day.
raviolis.
Yeah.
And National Corn Dog Day.
Oh, that's a good one.
Also, just in case you weren't aware, between the 19th and the 21st, you've got, spring
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 20th is a good day
This weekend was Spring Forward, right? Was that?
That'll be Sunday. Well,
Yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I
Yes.
was like, is that like next week or?
No, it's the 14th.
It just happened.
Just happened.
Dang it, I forgot.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do
we
that.
were there.
Yeah.
All right. So this Sunday is the 21st, and it is National Common Courtesy Day.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Just have a little common courtesy.
Oh, that should be every day.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it's a good day to remind yourself to have a little common courtesy.
All right, shut the hell up.
I got one more, and then I'll shut the hell up. It's National Single Parent Day on Sunday.
Okay.
So if you know a single parent, and it's likely that you do, because they did a study, I think it was in 2019, I read, where 25% of children in the United States were being raised. That's a quarter of the children in the United States being raised by a single mother.
Yeah.
And 4% of the children in the United States being raised by a single father.
I know a lot of single moms. I don't think I know any single dads. Now, what I mean by that, actually, like raising the kids, I do know some couples that have split, and they each kind of take the kid every once in a while, or kids.
Shared custody.
But like they almost always reside with the mom.
Yeah.
Almost full time.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's a little strange.
That's our society.
I mean, I agree. It is our society, but I'll be honest with you. I think children, if they have both of their parents in their life, then they need equal time with both of them.
Well, I mean, I think most do, but I know some cases where there have been some dads that just said, I don't want to do it.
Also true.
Sorry.
Also true, yeah. And there's
they're
also been some moms who do that too.
I just like, no, I'm not going to get into that. I was just going to say, I was reading some true crime things the other day, and these were actual two guys who committed some crimes, and both of them had families that had early on had said, I don't want this person. I don't want him.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Isn't
So they went
weird?
they lived with other people, or they went to orphanage or whatever. So they started off being not wanted. So
Interesting.
Ending up being not wanted.
Also true.
That's the way it worked with me. So I'm going to say, this is my solution for the St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm trying to
you
get
were
this-
talking about that.
I'm trying to get this to catch on.
Okay.
I think it should be a thing. I hope other people will spread it around. I did make a little meme that I tried to pass along on Facebook, and I don't think anybody cares about it.
Nobody's seen it.
But I'm pushing it. I'm trying to make it a thing. So because of COVID right now, St. Patrick's Day is being shut down as far as the celebrations. Again, you can do whatever you want in your own house.
Yep.
But like big community celebrations are shutting down, and it's a shame because like in 2 months, not everybody, but most people are going to have the vaccines. Things are going to start up again.
Right.
We hope.
Right.
And we hope there's not going to be any issues. But like St. Patrick's Day fell at the wrong time. It's like at the beginning and at the end, and so 2 years in a row it was shut down. So I feel bad for Irish restaurants and Irish community that want to have parades and things like that. So I propose this year we do what I'm calling Sept Patrick's Day.
Sept Patrick's Day.
It's like St. Patrick's Day, except it's in September. September 17th would be Sept Patrick's Day. That's on a Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Perfect.
It's very perfect. It is exactly 6 months after St. Patrick's Day. So it's going to fall right in the middle of the ending of the year. So it's like you could have one, and then 6 months later another, and then 6 months later another one. So
I don't think it's going to have anything to do with the actual holiday.
I think you can make it. It's another celebration of Irish culture.
Okay.
You can do the parades. You can do parties at your local pub, and it's just another let's everybody wear the green, put on the green, drink some beer, party, have a good time.
I like it.
On Sept Patrick's Day.
Sept Patrick's Day.
September 17th. That way we don't have to not have St. Patrick's Day this year. And if it goes over well, we can have two. We can have St. Patrick's Day, then 6 months later, St. Patrick's Day.
Every year moving forward.
Why should the Irish celebrate once a year?
I agree.
Everybody else gets to do it a lot. They do.
I imagine Irish people spend other holidays celebrating as well. Not just St. Patrick's Day.
Well, I feel like we need more than one, so we need to do. We should have both.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm pushing it. St. Patrick's Day, September 17th. We will celebrate it here. Even if no one else does.
We'll do it ourselves.
Or doesn't. We're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And I hope you will at your community. And go to, I would say go to your pubs. Bring it up. If you're in an Irish group, go ahead and get your parade permits.
Yep, get started.
And let's do it. Let's celebrate.
Do it.
Let's have that.
I like it.
I do too. I think it's the best thing. All right, you could tell I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I'm falling apart.
It's okay. I have some facts for you. I'd like to read you just a few facts.
Do you think you could read them without me falling asleep?
Possibly.
All right.
Okay. So there's only 7 of them.
What kind of facts are these?
These are St. Patrick's Day facts.
St. Patrick's Day or Sept Patrick's Day?
St. Patrick's Day.
These are St. Patrick's Day. I feel like in September, can you do some Sept Patrick's Day facts?
One of the facts will be that it's the first Sept Patrick's
That would be
Day
great.
ever.
And then I feel like you could probably make up a bunch.
I think I will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have 6 months to do it.
You do.
Okay. So 1 of 7. 1.
Yes.
The real St. Patrick was born in Britain.
Yeah.
Much of what is known about St. Patrick's life has been interwoven with folklore and legend, blah, blah, blah. The real St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, was born in Britain near the end of the 4th century. At 16, he was kidnapped, sold as a slave to a Celtic priest in Northern Ireland.
Uh-oh.
And then he was a
story
shepherd
there
for a
we don't
while.
want to hear about.
No. And then he escaped back to Britain. But then he returned back to Ireland as a Christian missionary. So
Okay.
he did some traveling in his day. Number 2, there were no snakes around for St. Patrick to ban from Ireland.
Mm-hmm. Wonder where that started.
Oh, so among the legends associated with St. Patrick is that he stood atop an Irish hillside and banished snakes from Ireland,
Get out, snakes!
prompting all serpents to slither away into the sea. In fact, research suggests snakes never occupied the Emerald Isle in the first place. There's no signs of snakes in the country's fossil record.
Wait, there's no snakes at all in Ireland. No snakes. It's completely snake-free.
Yep.
Get out.
So, okay, so there's no signs of snakes in the fossil record.
So no one bought a snake at the pet store and they were like, I can't use this, so I'm going to let it go. And they let it go out. And there's
Possibly.
that's how most snakes...
But if it can't breed with anything, it's going to die
a
eventually.
lonely snake.
The water has surrounded Ireland since the last glacial period.
Well,
So,
like snakes are afraid of water?
no, not all of them.
None of them.
But how are you going to swim across the
Snakes
ocean?
swim?
Okay.
They do.
Moving on. Number 3, leprechauns are likely based on Celtic fairies.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a given. Tiny men and women who could use their magical powers to serve good or evil. In Celtic folktales, leprechauns were cranky souls responsible for mending the shoes of other fairies.
I think crankiness is kind of an Irish trait, don't you think?
That's not very nice.
Well, it's true. It's my people.
You
I can
think
say it.
you think I'm cranky?
You can be cranky. I just say it's a trait. I know a lot of Irish
Everyone can be
cranks,
cranky.
especially as they get older. Old Irishmen are cranky.
I'll get cranky.
Yeah.
I'm going to get really cranky. When
That's
I get
okay.
older.
I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just pointing it out.
Number 4, the shamrock was considered a sacred plant.
I got shamrocks downstairs.
You did. You found some beautiful ones and a purple one too.
My wife did. Mm-hmm.
The 3-leaf clover has been associated with Ireland for centuries. It was called the Seamroy by the Celts and was considered a sacred plant that symbolized the arrival of spring.
Nice.
Yep.
I love them.
Me too. Number 5, the first St. Patrick's Day parade was held in America. Now, we had, years ago on our last podcast, Life in a Kilt podcast, we had someone who grew up in Ireland
Yes.
visit us
Yes.
and discuss Irish things.
Yeah.
And he told us
Mm-hmm.
that, St. Patrick's Day really is a much bigger deal in America
Yeah, it's an American thing.
than it is in Ireland.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me at all that the first St. Patrick's Day parade was held in America.
I'm not a huge fan of the just exploitation. The really stupid cartoons of Irish people. The red wigs and just dumb stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand celebrations and stuff, and I'm not. It doesn't offend me, but it's just sort of a Mardi Gras version of Irish people, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not anti. I'm all for partying and stuff, but I just feel like that it's a little silly.
So here's what surprises me about this is that the first St. Patrick's Day parade happened in what is now St. Augustine, Florida. But back then when it happened, it was in 1601. So before United States was even United States. Okay, this is when the first St. Patrick's Day parade happened. Now,
That's weird because the Irish were despised back then.
Flash forward 200 years, when every advertisement in every paper said no Irish need apply, no Irish need apply, and they, when they did come over here, they got the worst jobs possible because that's all they could get. And then while they're doing these oftentimes dangerous and horrible backbreaking jobs, they're being told that they're stealing American jobs.
Yeah. So now did you see the I can't remember the name of the show, the genealogy show,
Finding Your Roots?
Yeah, the one with Jim Gaffigan and Jane Lynch, where it was they were both Irish, and I can't remember if they found a common ancestor in there or not, but it was interesting.
It's very interesting.
The way the Irish people are really despised.
The way they were depicted and the way that they were. And then what cracked me up about that is I think that's the episode in which there was some propaganda that was shown in which the people who came over here and likely had been here for a few generations at that point called themselves Native Americans.
Yeah.
Doesn't that crack you up?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just mind-blowing. And the fact that their great-grandparent came over here, but now somebody else wants to come over here, but no, you can't come over here because we're Native Americans. Just ridiculous. Pisses me off.
Gall.
Number 6, the Irish were once scorned in America.
Well, that's what we were just talking about. We're like
that.
prophets.
Yeah. So, while Irish Americans are now proud to showcase their heritage, the Irish were not always celebrated by fellow Americans. So, yeah, we just kind of went over that. Number 7, corned beef and cabbage was an American innovation.
That sounds like it. I mean, the Irish ate potatoes and stew and
everything with potatoes. I mean, that was their main crop. Sure. That's where most of even potato bread. Everything was made with potatoes. You know
what I found out, which surprised me, Ireland and Scotland have a pretty established tradition of spicy foods. Their food kind of has a reputation for being bland, but even and I guess especially in Scotland, there's a lot of heat in some of the food, like
a lot
really,
of pepper.
Yeah.
So this is kind of interesting. In Ireland, ham and cabbage were eaten.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Ham and cabbage.
Well, corned beef, I don't know. I don't know where the corn part. I'm sure it's a term of like the processing, but I would say that it couldn't. Probably some of that couldn't have been done back then, right? Mm-hmm. Is it?
Well, because corned beef is it's brined, like it's made in a brine.
Okay, so it's just regular beef.
Yeah.
That is got a brine, but is it mixed with something else?
No, it's just a specific cut of beef, and brining it makes it more tender. I think.
But it's still, it's got a different taste to it.
Well, of course it does. It's covered in pepper too. So what it says here is that the corned beef became a cheaper substitute than ham, or for ham, for impoverished immigrants, and that they would purchase the leftover corned beef from ships returning from the tea trade in China. The Irish would boil the beef 3 times, the last time with cabbage to remove some of the brine. And that's how corned beef and cabbage became a thing.
Okay. I didn't know.
Those are interesting facts that I didn't know either.
More about Irish than St. Patrick's Day, but that's cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right. Are you done?
I think so.
This is a much more laid-back show than we usually do.
Yeah.
If you're new to the show, welcome to the show. And we probably do a little more upbeat show normally.
And next time we will. I had intended for this one to be more upbeat, but I'm beat.
I feel like it's more upbeat than I thought it was going to be.
Same. You were afraid you'd be asleep by now.
Yeah, but I think it worked out okay.
You want to talk about this beer?
We should talk about the beer. What do you think of this beer?
It's not for me.
It's not for you. I'm surprised at what you were talking about. There is that bitterness.
Yeah, that's why it's not for me.
I'm a Guinness person. I love regular Guinness. I don't know what this is about. Foreign Extra Stout. It didn't seem extra stout to me. it wasn't a pleasant beer for me.
So it says here, Foreign Extra Stout is brewed with generous hops and roasted barley for a full flavored taste of dark chocolate, dried fruits, and caramel, which I got none of.
I got none of that, but I
got the bitterness of the dark chocolate.
I think they think that, and maybe studies have proven or whatever, that the foreigners, the Americans, like more hoppy beer.
Well,
and Guinness is not necessarily a hoppy beer.
Also true. It says originally developed for global export from Ireland, the addition of extra hops ensured this stout would always arrive in perfect condition.
Okay.
So they added the extra hops to make sure that the beer would be good enough.
A little preserved.
I guess.
I think it's an excuse.
I agree. I think it's
I like the original Guinness. I like Guinness Blonde, and I think the Nitro beer I've had.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the Guinness. Most of them I've liked. We've had a couple on this. You know, there's no Guinness Sour yet. That would be interesting.
That might be interesting.
But yeah, I'm going to agree. This one's not necessarily my favorite. The bitterness is too much.
I can't even finish it. And it's sad because it's a 7.5% alcohol beer.
I'll probably finish mine.
I'm going to give it a 2.
I give it a 2.5.
Okay.
So we're kind of in the same zone, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's say goodbye, people. You know you don't want to listen anymore, right? You're tired of it.
You're ready to go to bed. We're ready to go to bed.
But we're glad that you tuned in, and we hope that you do it every week. Next week, we promise it'll be a big show, big production.
It's going to be a big show.
Back to our normal, everyday,
really big show
kind of shows.
Really,
today,
really
just
big
a little
show.
more relaxed. If you've forgiven us for this show,
come back next week.
Subscribe. Go where you download podcasts. Do a little subscription. Please give us a rating. Don't rate this show. Rate every other show except for this show, and we would appreciate it. You can also find us on Facebook. Get on Facebook and tell us how bad this show sucked. Just go into detail about how much this show sucks so bad.
How awful this show sucks. Please do.
We would appreciate it. Tell us your dreams. You know, I try to interpret dreams, and we like to hear what your dreams are. And if you'll send in your dream, I will interpret your dream. I'll tell you what it means. It'll probably change your life.
Yeah, it
as
totally
I understand it. I think it will. You can listen to the shows on YouTube. People, you know what happens on YouTube?
What?
No other place really does this happen, but it happens on YouTube.
What?
The shows go on, and then almost as soon as they're released, someone from Russia comments on the show. It's just some weird, bizarre thing.
Seriously?
They'll just put a name, or they'll just say something bizarre. I know it's tied in with some kind of spam thing or whatever. I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
But it's just this Russian person will say something really bizarre.
It's a bot. It's got to be a bot.
Yeah, totally. Totally, every time.
Interesting.
But if you want to see that, you can go to YouTube. And we are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. And find us on all of those places. Most of the things, send us an email, thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. Tell us what you think of the show. Tell us what any hints, any kind of ideas, anything that you would like for us to add to the show or take away from the show, as long as it doesn't involve one of us.
Yeah.
We'll listen, I'm pretty sure. Is that it? Is that all we're going to listen to?
Yeah, because I have to drive home now, and I'm tired.
Yeah, okay. That's all we're going to do. We'll pull the plug right now.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.